already started it. We can edit all this part out. Okay, you guys ready?
What?
Riley, are you ready
For what?
to start the podcast?
Oh,
all right, ready?
Did you
3.
start the podcast?
Yeah, I already started it. 3,
No, what are you talking
2.
about?
Wait, we're gonna edit this part out. 3, 2. This is the official beginning. 3, 2, 1.
I'm pretty sure we're not gonna edit that out.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of SexMed. We're here on July 26th, 2016.
Hey, where's the
I'm here.
location?
Where's the house?
This is at Riley's house. What is it? 905?
Yeah, don't give him my address.
Deveron Court, 1905 Deveron Court, Apex, North Carolina.
United States.
United
27, something.
Yeah, I'm here with Maxim Bezrushko and Riley Kerrison. My name is Daniel Zhu, and we're here today with SexMed 3, the original cast.
The trilogy.
Remember.
Now remember,
if you are watching this,
Always pour the water in the top, kiddos.
if you're getting high, just listen to Cherries in here.
If you're getting high, make sure you don't die. That's rule number 1. 2, so there's only one rule. So.
Alright. So we're gonna wait a little bit before we get to our topics today, while Riley is building his bongo.
We don't smoke weed here.
Yeah, we don't
just play the bongos.
Yeah.
Only illegal. What did I just
Riley,
say?
can I get a sip of your gym again?
Yeah.
Cool, dude.
No, you want to go work out at the gym?
Yeah, can I go work out in the gym right
Yeah,
now?
dude, go
Yeah,
ahead.
can we edit that?
Go
part out?
ahead.
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
Alright,
You remember when you said the N-word last time? We bleeped it?
Yeah, but
No, that was me.
Yeah. Yeah, Riley said the
That was
N-word.
the first time, by the way. It's not last time.
yeah, I would
Okay.
say the N-word. I'm against that.
Yeah, Max is against it. You gotta speak louder, Max.
I'm against that.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we have to speak up.
Yeah, I don't think they can actually... Whatever,
What's
it's
the
fine.
first
It's fine.
topic here?
Okay,
Dan?
we're gonna start with our topic series. This topic is actually suggested by a listener. First topic is standard cheese.
Right.
Okay. What do we think about that?
So,
Are we starting?
the
Yeah.
problem with standard cheese for me is you can't put it on bread. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying,
Why
right?
is that?
Bread? You can
Uh-huh.
only put it with standard bread because it's standard cheese.
You
just
just said you couldn't put with bread at all.
Yeah, I changed my mind. So the problem with standard cheese is you can't put it on bread.
You can just change your mind.
Is that...
So the problem with standard cheese
Don't drink all that, nigga.
is that
Oh, we're bleeping that out.
Oh, yeah.
so you can't put it on bread, right? And if you can't put it on bread, you can't have a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? That you made a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I make ham and cheese sandwiches,
Mm-hmm.
but I use the good cheese like Swiss.
You don't use standard cheese?
No, I use that for like my pans.
Mm-hmm.
For your what?
The pans.
What is that?
You know what you cook with? The cooking
No,
pan?
I know what a pan is.
Yeah, so instead of buttering it up, I cheese it up.
With standard cheese?
Yeah, because you don't want to eat that.
What
You
is standard cheese?
Well, Riley, you know when you have cheese, but it's gross.
Sorry, I'm too high.
It's alright, I'm gonna go to the gym again, okay?
Stop going to the gym.
This is the last time.
Max, it's a limited membership.
This is the last time I'm going to the gym.
It's a limited membership, Max. How much have you drinking?
Stop it! Yeah.
Alright, continuing. I think we've exhausted that topic for what it was worth.
Can we talk about standard cheese because it's so stupid?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking, man.
Shitty topic.
Yeah, whoever suggested that is an awful person.
I think his
Alright.
name was Eric
But that was
Fagan.
me.
The listener was Eric Fagan. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, it was probably Eric Fagan. Shout out to Eric Fagan, worst Jew of them all. Anyway,
I need a light.
here, this one here. Alright,
I need my phone. Here
I
it
don't know
is.
where your phone is. Moving on to the next topic. We're going to be talking about storage worship.
Right.
Yeah, storage worship.
So, there was once this cult.
A cult,
Yeah, down in South America. They called it, So what happened was, there was this mass suicide there, and everyone was like, holy fuck, dude, like 800 people, bro? And I was like, yeah, that's the storage worship. So I went on the news.
You went on the news?
Yeah, I explained the whole situation. That's the only reason it's known.
Okay,
I found them in the mass suicide.
okay. So that was...
Yeah, it was a big cult. The
Mhm.
one guy left. They were like, "Yo, dude, that was murder." But no, I knew the truth. They just they took a suicide pact.
Mhm.
So as soon as one of them killed themselves, they were like, "Well, we can't break the pact."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I have my own suicide pact with like my best buds. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, Daniel, you got my suicide pact, bro.
Yeah.
But the problem with that suicide pact was it was just too many people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 800.
Yeah,
that seems a
you're
little excessive.
increasing your percentage of someone killing themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you worship storage, you're gonna kill yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause that's pretty terrible. It's a terrible cult.
Mhm.
So when I saw that clouds were like in the sky,
Mhm.
yeah. So the mass suicide was very prominent in our days. I think it was the year of 1873.
Yeah.
I was born in 1999, so I was really a part of that.
Yeah. It was uncovered later, right?
Yeah, it was uncovered by me actually. I was about 45, 17 years old.
Mhm.
So as I opened the doors, I never told this to anyone actually. Not even my therapist.
It's not. Oh.
Yeah, I paid my therapist $1,000 to, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. So when I covered the doors, when I uncovered the doors, when I opened the door, I saw bodies on the floor.
Yeah.
And my first instinct was, you know, they're asleep. You know, I'm an innocent child. I'm 80 years old. I'm Benjamin Button. I reverse backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Tom Cruise.
Brad Pitt.
Brad
movie.
Pitt,
Brad
yeah.
Pitt movie.
Yeah, I'm Benjamin.
Katy Perry,
Yeah, Benjamin Button.
Steve Carell.
No, Riley, we're talking about
Yeah.
storage worship.
Yeah.
Let's say
Can
it's
you
on
get
top.
back on the
What's
topic?
the topic?
Storage
We're
worship.
talking about the suicide
Storage
back
worship.
in South America.
Did you hear about that? Max uncovered
Yeah,
that.
I
There's
uncovered-
Suicide? You mean the Zika virus?
No, Riley. It was a mass
Dude,
suicide.
come on, man. That's
That causes them to commit suicide.
No, Riley. You're too high for this.
yeah.
You don't
Alright.
understand life right now.
Excuse me?
I mean, you use too much spice today.
Excuse me?
All right. So, yeah. What do you think about storage worship, Riley?
Storage worship. Interesting topic, Daniel. I'm glad you brought this up because just the other day, I was watching the TV show Storage Wars, which is
That's a pretty close to
worship
storage
leads to wars. So basically, they're the same thing. Now I ask myself, how can two different things be the same? And then you look at yourself and you look at the universe,
Mhm.
and you say, "Damn, we're the same."
Yeah.
Actually, Riley, when I look at the universe,
How much of this did you drink?
what are you
Damn.
talking about?
How much of
I
that
worked
gym
out a
membership?
lot.
How much
did
did you work out?
Yeah.
I only about two.
Did
two
you
to
use
three,
my whole membership?
2 to 3 sips? Entrances.
Sit-ups.
2 to 3
Did you
sit-ups.
say entrances?
Yeah, to the gym.
Okay,
So when I look at the universe, all I see is myself
Mm-hmm.
that's
because I run the world. You
Girls.
Know, you know like the song "Girls"? They actually meant to sing
girls.
Max.
Max run the world.
Who run the world? Max.
Oh, I've never heard this song actually.
Want me to
Maybe
play,
not.
bro?
Yeah.
Look up the guy Future.
Future. Well, we're gonna have to wait until after this podcast ends because of copyright claims. You know,
Oh,
we don't
right,
want to
right,
get in
right.
any
Yeah,
trouble.
no.
You
We're
can
gonna have
just
to
look
blurt that out,
You can look up his doppelganger.
Yeah. Future
Past.
doppelganger girls.
Yeah, the doppelganger passed.
I'm about
Yeah.
to shuffle sideways. You ready for this shit?
It's Bradley. Bradley,
Yeah.
that
No
sounds-
cursing, please.
Bradley,
We're gonna have
please.
to. All right. Quick disclaimer. We
Click
don't condone.
disclaimer.
We don't condone cursing here on the SexMed podcast. So
Ah,
we
crap.
we
Can I
really,
say garb?
no. We're gonna censor that out. We want to promote a friendly family environment. So we
Yeah.
want to eliminate.
Wongus. Can I say
Riley,
that?
you're not taking this job seriously.
Yeah.
We hired you to be a part of this team.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is a team effort. But yeah, back on the topic of storage worship, I think that Max had a really good point with it. Please stop shuffling, Riley. You're going over my voice here.
I apologize
Okay,
for the
thank you.
inconvenience.
It's okay.
That'll be 2 weed.
You
Two.
No. I don't have enough.
Yeah, I think Max had a good point there with his mass suicide of
Okay,
800
wait.
people in South America.
I'm sorry. What? Can you go over this but really
Max.
quickly?
Riley.
No,
okay,
really quickly.
Yeah. So in South America,
No, two sentences.
that was 2 words.
I mean, at the end of as soon as you're done talking, that's to just have been 2 sentences total.
So in South America, a bunch of people killed themselves, and I uncovered it by talking about it.
I think you're thinking of AIDS.
That's it, Riley. Give me a sip of the juice.
I think you're thinking of AIDS, dude. Not killing themselves.
No. So back in South America, when I was a young 85-year-old, because I'm Benjamin Button, as you know.
What?
I'm Benjamin.
You ever
You're
seen that
Maxim
movie?
Bezruchko. I've never seen the movie. I know the premise.
He ages backwards.
Yeah,
is
I
what
know that.
happens
That's
in the movie.
what I.
Yeah.
With Brad
That's why
Pitt.
when I said I knew
Yeah,
the
with
premise.
with Ben Franklin.
Were you guys naming members
Have you seen the movie?
The cast of the movie?
And he ages. He starts
No,
as an
no,
old
I
man,
know how.
He's
I know
an
the
old
premise of the
man.
movie.
and then at the end
I'm
he's
just
a
saying-
Speaking
baby.
of Benjamin
I've never
Button,
seen it.
Yeah, Benjamin. But it sort of makes.
how did he come out of the womb like an old man just
Yeah.
slid out the
I
womb?
mean,
that actually, yeah.
He was really small.
He was a really small old man.
How would you haven't
Is
seen
that
the
based
movie?
on a true story?
Wait, does
Yeah.
this kid become like a really big child?
No.
Does he become a baby? Is that how he dies?
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Hold up, somebody's calling.
Okay.
Oh, it's the weed.
Oh, Riley, you mean the wad?
the wad. Riley's gonna go take a break real quick with this
Yeah,
wad.
he has his wax in his ears, so he has to sometimes hit it.
Yeah, he has to hit the wax. So, moving on to our next topic here. One of the highly popular topics in the first episode of SexMed was the color of teal.
Right.
So we're gonna continue on that trend with the
Right.
color staple.
So you know what I mean when I say staple?
No, what do you mean?
You know how there's a store named Staples?
Yeah.
But they added an S because it was
Right.
copyright by Einstein. Yeah, so when you say staple backwards, L taps. L taps.
L staple.
Staple.
L
taps. L tap.
no L pats.
L pats. So that's in Spanish.
Yeah.
Now if you translate that, let me go on Google Translate. Beep boop. So beep boop beep 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 boop. Beep boop. So, hold on, guys.
Hold
We're
on,
getting a
hold
phone
on.
call
We're
here.
gonna
getting a
call
phone
from
call
a
here.
listener here.
Hold on, I have listeners calling in.
Not important. That's a dumb listener.
Nah,
We
that
only
was a
died-
dumb listener. We
Yeah.
call those listeners Eric.
Yeah, please don't call us if you're a dumb listener.
So Riley is still hitting wax.
Yeah,
He went to the. Oh, he's back. No, he's. All right. Anyway, back to the color staple. L taps.
Is it the color staple?
L pats. L pats. Hey Riley, you took German. What's L pats translation?
Alright, Riley said that L pats means the whirlwind of life.
The whirlwind of life. There's actually a game based off that. It's called World of Warcraft. It's a very popular game. Actually, I don't think you guys have heard of it. Only about 10 people play it right now. I didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
Vishnu did.
Vishnu, he was in the other episode, I think, episode 2.
Yeah, that was a
shitty episode.
that was a low point.
We're censoring that. That's
that was
alright.
a low point.
Yeah, that was without Max
Yeah.
and with Eric and Vishnu. I think that was
Yeah,
probably the
yeah.
worst episode out of all.
Vishnu wasn't the problem.
Yeah, it was really that other guy.
I forgot his name.
Yeah.
But
not important.
anyway, staple, L tape, L tap, L pats, World of the
El
Wind.
Pate?
So when I travel on an airplane,
Mm-hmm.
I really like to choose my colors. Like I have everyone choose colors, but everyone usually goes to like red,
Wait, what?
orange.
For the airplane?
Yeah, they always choose their colors. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
what do you mean you choose your colors? on
Yeah,
the
you
airplane?
know, when you go on an airplane, you're like, hey, what color would you like tonight,
Yeah.
sir?
No, I just flew on like 3 airplanes. I've never got a color.
Riley, I think you wanted a boat.
I think that was what
The boats
cruise,
usually ask
right?
for a number.
No, I
Yeah.
flew to the cruise.
On a
Yeah,
boat.
Riley. So that, Riley.
Oh, shit.
Door censoring.
Yeah,
that.
they tricked you.
You guys want to see my card?
Yeah. Here, we'll
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
Explain it
describe
for
it.
the listeners.
all right. So
Is that your Royal Caribbean
there's a
membership?
there's a hint of blue here. In the top left corner, we have a crown, but it's also an anchor.
So it looks like a card, and it's got my name on it, and it's got like my cabin
So
number.
imagine a rectangle, but the corners are half circles. Okay?
Mhm.
And then on the right it says D02. And below that says M1. Top right, we got a date of July 15th, 2016. Coca-Cola.
Mhm.
That's an advertisement. Sponsor us. We got the name of Karis and Riley. Parody. So back to the topic at hand.
Mhm.
I
So
literally already explained it. What?
when I go on a airplane, they ask my color, and everyone actually uses for gray, black, teal.
Yeah.
I go
Yeah,
for
those are
staple.
colors.
No one usually goes for staple.
I'm sorry, what is the topic?
It's the color staple.
color
Do you
Color
remember-
staple. Oh.
Yeah.
One of the highly popular topics of
Right,
the first
right.
episode was the
Yeah.
color teal.
Oh, okay. So naturally we progress from teal to staple.
Well, yeah, that's
Max,
just
you
how
broke this. Fuck.
I just twisted it.
Did you break all the gym equipment, Max?
I just twisted it. What do you mean?
That's alright.
You twisted it wrong.
What do you mean? I twisted it to the left.
No, but like this was placed wrong and it got messed up.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Oh god, the gym
Fuck,
equipment
fuck.
broke, guys. Give us a second. Maintenance time.
Yeah, see? That's not supposed to happen.
It's not?
No, because it's supposed to be attached to this.
What the heck?
Yeah. Damn it, Max.
It's okay, you can drink it though. That's the important part. I'll buy you a new gym equipment, Riley. Don't worry about it.
See?
Oh, okay.
Fixed.
So,
Alright, yeah.
What's the topic?
The color staple.
So Riley,
Oh.
Riley. So you know when you go
It
to
doesn't make
Staples,
any more sense when I ask it again.
you know when you go to Staples,
the store?
yeah, they tried to name it Staple, but because Einstein
Copyrighted.
got patented.
You're thinking of Tesla.
Oh yeah,
It was
that
Nikola
it
Tesla.
didn't sound right. Yeah,
He tried to copyright it. No,
that's
no
why they
avail.
killed him. That's why they killed
That's
him.
why they killed him. They always take him before their time, I tell
Yeah,
you.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Mm-hmm.
John Wilkes Booth
Yeah.
Yeah, Raven.
from Teen Titans.
Guys, I think we're just not naming the same things here.
Yeah, I think we're on different pages here.
Didn't you say
Let's
Raven?
flip the book. Let's
Flip
flip
the
the
book.
That was something
onto-
you said.
Let's flip the book.
On to
here.
the next topic,
Alright, we're flipping the book.
which is Titanic
Spackling.
spackling. Titanic spackling. So we're gonna move on to here, and I'm gonna give my first thoughts here, my first impressions. You know, Titanic. Riley,
Riley's
please stop being
passing
so.
a kidney stone. Please
Yeah.
be wary.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just didn't like what you were saying.
So Titanic spackling. Titanic, the word is pretty synonymous
With
as
death.
two
Icebergs.
meaning
R2D2.
one of
C-3PO. Return of the Jedi.
Riley, you're really interrupting David.
Yeah,
Denzel.
Riley.
We're gonna have to fire you after this episode.
yeah.
I'm gonna fire you with my guns.
What guns, Riley?
My shooty guns, not my muscle guns.
Oh yeah,
They're too small.
they're too small.
Oh shit! I forgot to reply to Snapchats.
God, but we're gonna bleep that out.
Yeah, that's not gonna be in the
That's
video.
copyright. So Daniel, what do you think about Titanic sparkling?
So Titanic, it could mean the boat with Leonardo DiCaprio, or it could mean something really big.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, in The Revenant, he was really big in that movie. Got him an Oscar. But I prefer the second meaning. I think that big really is a word that I can relate to.
Wait, they just named the ship after like the word, right?
Because it was the biggest boat around.
Yeah. Wait, what?
So
Yeah, that's why they named it Titanic. Because it's
So
big.
why are there two different meanings?
No, Riley. See. There's meaning and then there's relationship.
So if I name something like brass,
Yeah, but brass isn't an adjective.
wait, is it not?
No.
Brass is a.
Aren't
thing.
color adjectives?
Brass.
brass is not a color. It's a mixture of
Brass-
metals.
But it looks a color.
Like the golden
That's
color.
Wait, what's the question? Shit, what's the I forgot.
Bleep that out.
Yeah, we're gonna bleep all that
Oh,
out.
I keep forgetting to swear. Not.
Not to swear.
Yeah, I fixed it in time. Who is old tired pervert? Who is this? Why
I
do they
don't
add
know.
me on Snapchat and then not?
Riley, please keep your personal qualms out of this. Max, what do you think about the topic here?
Max, what do you think
So
about
you know
the
the
word
scene
a perfect
of
sport?
Leonardo DiCaprio and Leonardo DiCaprio
The
when
bear.
when they in the Revenant specifically, when they go on top of the tree and they let out their wings because they're actually birds. And,
The
and
bird
they stand
ending.
there. Yeah, the bird ending. If you actually press XXY while you're watching the movie, you go to the bird ending. That's when they become the bird. It's a reference to their other movie. So when I see their relationship on top of that tree, I close my eyes and I think.
Wait.
Stop! I'm
Yeah.
closing my eyes, Riley.
Who's the relationship between here?
Leonardo DiCaprio and Leonardo DiCaprio.
She, yeah.
Oh,
Winged.
I get it.
They're birds, so in the Revenant, that's why they called it the Bird, because they're actually birds. So
Danny, you would look
So when
10
I close
times
my
better
eyes,
if
I
you
think,
put some more work
I'm
and
not a
protein
bird.
into that body.
why would I be a bird if I'm a person?
It does look like a fag.
You know what I'm saying, Riley? I'm trying to.
Yeah, Riley, please stop
think my
interrupting.
thoughts here.
What? Sorry, there's blood in my fucking rainforest.
Vagina. So, speaking of vagina, I close my eyes
Don't speak of vagina.
and think I'm never gonna get.
Not
that
here.
pussy.
Not here.
I think I'm never gonna get.
No.
That pussy.
Riley, you're a much better talk show companion when you would shut the fuck up. We're gonna bleep that out.
We're gonna bleep that in. We're gonna bleep that in, boy.
We're bleeping it in.
So when the birds release their wings, they're attempting to
The
fly.
birds are people, right?
But Leonardo DiCaprio, she, they're actually just trying to stay put because they're in love.
So they don't fly anywhere.
Yeah, they released their wings because love is coming out of them.
Mhm.
Speaking of love, Daniel, how's your relationship with the birds?
My relationship with the birds?
Yeah.
What about the birds?
You know, I find myself with the birds quite often.
Right.
I think it's a haven sort of place.
You are part of their planet.
A haven, or should I say,
Caven.
maven.
Yeah, both of those.
Why didn't Zoe add me back on Snapchat?
That's it, Riley.
Yeah,
You're fired.
you're fired. You're out of here.
No.
Release your notice.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'll let you
send
use
you-
my gym for free.
We're gonna send you your last paycheck in the mail.
You sent me
for
to the gym for $2.
I don't get paid.
$700.
I went to the gym 2 times, and look at me. I'm not even ripped yet.
Yeah, Max isn't ripped yet.
I'm
Look at
Riley,
me.
that's a bad gym.
What?
Riley, you went to 2 different gyms. Look how ripped you are.
I
Yeah.
know.
And
I'm
look at me
ripped.
and Daniel. We're not even ripped.
Yeah, I'm not ripped. I didn't even hit the gym.
Yeah, Daniel goes natural.
I'm natty.
What the fuck does that mean? He goes natural?
He goes natural.
Is going to the gym not natural?
No,
No.
you're artificially
So
inflating
let
your
him
muscles.
like the rapper. Sorry.
We're gonna have to bleep that
Yeah,
out.
that's
Riley.
copyright.
Riley,
What?
we're gonna bleep you out.
No,
of this show.
no, that's an original song.
We're gonna bleep you out of this song.
That's like 4 words, right?
All right, we're gonna.
So I let her.
Let me check the time here. How much are we at?
That's close. That's 7.
21 minutes.
Oh my god. That's
We're
like
gonna-
10 times the length
The
of
limit of
original.
SexMed TV shows 7 minutes.
Mhm.
We're really going overboard on this one.
Yeah, we're
Wait,
gonna
what?
we're
What's
gonna
the limit? What'd you just say?
we're gonna
Next
do
topic.
yeah we're gonna do this last topic and we're gonna wrap it up after. This last topic is sorry what Riley? What were you saying?
What? Sorry, I thought you were
Eyebrow
talking to me.
manipulator is the last topic.
Eyebrow manipulator?
You know what they say about eyebrows? Riley, what do they say about eyebrows?
Do they say things about eyebrows?
Mhm.
Yeah, what did they say last time we talked?
People have them.
No, they don't. You're so high, Riley. You don't even know if people have eyebrows.
Wait, people don't have eyebrows?
No.
No, what the fuck are you talking
Where the
about?
fuck did my phone go?
See,
Fuck.
eyebrows are part of the
Look at-
raccoon
to your left.
family.
That's my wallet, you goddamn fuck.
Alright, bleep, bleep.
Yeah, we're gonna bleep that
You
out.
said fuck to me.
I did not.
Yeah.
you did.
What are you talking about? That part
So
was bleeped
eyebrows
out.
are part of the
She
raccoon
licked me like a lollipop.
family. You know what they say about raccoons, right?
Mhm.
Speaking of those, today I was driving
No, you
and
weren't.
I was passing the roads,
Yeah.
passing the sites. I saw a raccoon. It was dead. And
That was a fucking possum.
Riley, you can't see. dude.
Dumb.
You were wearing weed glasses.
That was a possum.
Yeah, more like
What?
possum.
Nice.
More like.
Why didn't you say no possum? Like opossum?
What?
No, what?
What?
No one says opossum. Everyone says
The word is
Possum, no.
opossum. No, it's no
hey,
possum.
hey, pass the no.
Don't laugh at that.
Like puff puff
No,
pass.
no. Hey,
Puff
I like
puff
that sound.
possum.
Puff, puff, pass.
Oh.
All I said was puff. We can't get copyrighted for that.
That's fine.
Snoop
you're
Dogg
right.
actually patented that.
Hail Caesar.
Can I hit the gym?
Hail Caesar, my man.
Time to get ripped.
But yeah, so this last topic, eyebrow manipulator.
Oh, that's the topic? I literally forgot the topic. Okay.
Ah.
I see that every day. In my line of work, a man comes in. He says to me, my daughter, she's sick. She's got eyebrows. I say, you must be mistaken. People don't have eyebrows. And the man says to me, look at her. She's sick. She's got eyebrows, man. I say to him, your daughter, she's sick. She's got eyebrows. And he says, yes. And then I say, we have to take her to surgery right away. We take her to the surgery. Surgery is a success. The doctor, I shake his hand myself. The doctor says to me, look at her eyebrows. The girl
Stop
is
right
sick.
there, Riley. What's the name of the doctor?
The doctor had no name.
That's when you should have known.
He was from the land of.
Was he black?
Wait, what does that have to do with Max?
You know doctors can't be white.
All right.
Was
So,
he
anyways, he's Indian. His name is Rajit.
What's his last name?
Pardon.
Pardon?
Alright, it's Pardon, Rashim Barden, whatever the fuck his name was.
Pardon.
The doctor, she's sick, and then she gives the doctor sick.
Is she pregnant?
No.
Good.
So, she's there, and she says to her dad, I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they used the eyebrow manipulator. And the dad says, how do you speak English? We're birds. And that cues the punchline, where it really was the Revenant.
Was that the Leonardo DiCaprio?
It was the Revenant the whole time. It was not the sister, it was the Capricci.
No,
she the
it's
sister
Leonardo
of?
DiCaprio.
Isn't that what it said?
No, you said Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's not what it said.
Yeah, it is.
So speaking of eyebrow manipulators,
Yes.
sometimes when I talk to my parents,
No,
I
you
move
have to speak up.
I move my eyebrows left because I'm of the left wing of
So
the
you
left.
turn your head? Is that what you're saying?
No, I move my eye. Riley, what? Are you stupid, dude?
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
Eyebrows aren't even on your head; they're on your wrists.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
That's why people say, "I'm about to go cut my wrists, bro." Like,
Yeah.
hey, dude, have fun with your eyebrows. So when I talk to my parents, they usually talk about like Bernie Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Really sad about how he got assassinated, though. So Bernie
So
Sanders,
this broadcast takes place in the future.
of
That's
the
a
year
prophecy.
2020.
Oh God.
So back when Bernie was the president of the United Americas, not the United States of America, because when Bernie became president, it all became one big state. He called it Canada. So
Right
Bernie's,
under Canada is Canada.
yeah, well, Bernie's a weird guy.
Bernie always thought for the future. He decided if
Yeah.
the whole world
Yeah, Bernie was like Canada.
was the same.
Canada, if we just became the one big country of Canada.
Bernie's a good man.
No, it turned out Bernie was raping himself.
Turned out Bernie didn't exist. It was just three monkeys in a suit.
Yeah, it turned out that those three monkeys were just gerbils.
And
dude.
none of them were Jewish. It was just a lie.
Yeah, it turned out that all the Jews were just money bags. And
That's
we were
true.
blind.
What?
What happened to your glasses?
He
My
became
glasses,
blind.
they broke. I hit the gym so hard, I don't need them anymore.
Like Spider-Man.
Did that happen to Spider-Man?
Yeah, do you remember the
Yeah,
first movie?
he hit the
No.
gym so hard he got bit by a
With,
spider and couldn't see.
Tony Maguire? Toby?
Yeah, we're gonna have to bleep that out.
Tubby.
Yeah, you're right.
Tubby. Guys, you wanna like write a fantasy novel right now in the air?
Let's
with our
call
words?
it The Path of the Bleh.
No.
No.
Let's call it Jesus with Swords.
Let's call it Jesus Walks. On
That's a
our heart.
Kanye song. What did I say?
Alright, we're gonna wrap up this podcast here, but before that...
Disclaimer, please. If you curse during this whole podcast, you might have to go commit.
Yeah,
Go commit?
who commit?
Yeah, like, you know what happened
To
to
like
Pearl
a college?
No, like to Pearl Harbor. You have
No.
to commit to a plane.
oh, okay.
Please
Yeah.
don't bomb Pearl Harbor. Go for another airbase. Be creative, people.
There's only the
Pearl Harbor isn't an air base.
yeah. Wait,
Is it a
It was
naval
I
base?
think it was a naval base.
Yeah, go creative. Go for an airbase, nigga.
We have to bleep that
Yeah,
out.
that's-
Oh, we can't say that.
Wait, is Africa real?
yes.
All right, so
Cool.
thank you for our listeners
Yeah.
tuning in every week for our weekly podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for Jim,
Bi-monthly. Bi-weekly.
my best friend.
Hey George, if you're listening, make sure to like and comment.
Yeah, George, please like, comment, subscribe, share us on
Everyone
Facebook.
else, please press the dislike button.
Please
Yeah.
dislike our video.
Yeah, we get more revenue that
Unless
way.
your
I don't
name
know if
is
you knew that.
George.
Yeah, everyone who gets the dislike gets $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah, we'll personally
We
send
can
you.
promise this,
We'll personally send you $1 million.
and then you.
That's a scout's promise.
Have you ever been a scout?
Yo, you have right. You'll be paying $1 million.
Are you?
Is this my promise? You just promised.
Are
me?
you a Boy Scout?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
briefly.
Yeah. Why do you think he can start a fire?
That's true.
That's why he can burn weed with a lighter.
He's
He's a
doing
Boy
wax.
Scout.
I'm a genius.
You're a genius.
All right, but yeah, thank you for tuning into this episode of SexMed Episode 3 with, what's the, Daniel
Guys, we should
Zoo,
call it
Maxim
episode-
Bezushko, and Riley Carrison.
Let's call it episode Trace, and someone translate this to Spanish.
Yeah,
Okay.
wait. Let's translate the whole freaking podcast to Spanish.
Yeah, we're just gonna do this over again in Spanish.
Yeah, so see you
Okay.
guys next year when we translate this to Spanish.
Yeah. Adios.
amigos.
We can translate that to English.
What?
That's how it works.
No, nigga.
The Spanish parts go English because You know, like Americans.
I don't want it to inverse. I want it to all be in Spanish. You're an idiot.
Let's go back to Skype.
I want this to end at exactly
Skype them. I love them.
30 minutes.
I love
Done.
them.